Have you ever found yourself completely consumed by what other people think of you? Replaying conversations in your mind, worrying about being judged, or changing your behavior to please others? Today, we're exploring a revolutionary concept that's transforming millions of lives: Mel Robbins' Let Them theory. This simple but powerful approach might just be the mental freedom you've been searching for. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most impactful concepts I've come across recently: the Let Them theory by motivational speaker and author Mel Robbins. This isn't just another self-help technique, it's a fundamental shift in how you relate to others that can dramatically reduce anxiety, boost confidence, and help you live more authentically. Welcome! If you're new here, I'm Charlie, and this channel is your shortcut to unlocking the biggest ideas from the world's best books. Every week, I break down best-selling titles from self-help to business to psychology into clear, actionable takeaways you can use immediately. Hit subscribe and tap the bell icon so you never miss our weekly book summaries. Let's turn pages into progress together. What is the Let Them theory? So, what exactly is the Let Them theory? At its core, it's a brilliantly simple approach to handling one of our most common human struggles: our obsession with what other people think about us. The theory can be summed up in two powerful words: let them. Let them think whatever they want to think about you. Let them feel however they feel about you. Let them talk about you, judge you, or misunderstand you. Mel Robbins explains that most of us spend an enormous amount of mental and emotional energy trying to control other people's perceptions of us. We twist ourselves into knots, attempting to manage how others see us, often at the expense of our own authenticity and peace of mind. The Let Them theory is about recognizing a fundamental truth: you cannot control what others think of you. And more importantly, you don't need to. When you truly understand and apply this concept, you free yourself from the prison of others' opinions. As Mel puts it, what others think of you is none of your business. The science behind our need for approval. To understand why the Let Them theory is so revolutionary, we need to understand why we're so consumed with others' opinions in the first place. From an evolutionary perspective, our brains are wired to seek social approval. For our ancestors, rejection from the tribe wasn't just uncomfortable, it could be deadly. Being accepted by others meant survival, so our brains developed powerful mechanisms to keep us in good standing with our social groups. This manifests in modern life as social anxiety, people-pleasing behaviors, and the constant mental chatter questioning how we're being perceived. Neuroscience shows that social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain, which explains why criticism or disapproval can feel so devastating. Problem is that this ancient survival mechanism is maladapted to modern life. We're applying tribal survival instincts to situations like whether someone liked our social media post, what a colleague thought about our idea in a meeting, if our neighbor judges our lawn care choices. Mel Robbins explains that these outdated neural pathways keep us trapped in a cycle of seeking validation and avoiding disapproval. But the Let Them theory offers a way out. The three pillars of the Let Them theory. According to Mel Robbins, successfully applying the Let Them theory rests on understanding three fundamental pillars. Pillar 1. Other people's thoughts are about them, not you. The first pillar is recognizing that people's opinions of you reveal more about them than they do about you. Everyone views the world through their own unique lens, shaped by their experiences, insecurities, values, and current emotional state. When someone judges you, they're not seeing the real you. They're seeing their projection of you, filtered through their personal perspective. Mel uses a powerful analogy. If 10 different people look at you through 10 different colored lenses, they'll all see something different. The blue lens sees blue, the red lens sees red. But none of that changes who you actually are. For instance, if you share an accomplishment and someone responds negatively, that response is colored by their own relationship with achievement, comparison, and self-worth. Their reaction is data about them, not about you or your achievement. Understanding this truth helps you detach from taking others' opinions personally. As Mel says, let them see what they see. It doesn't define who you are. Pillar 2. You cannot control others' perceptions. The second pillar is accepting that no matter what you do, you cannot control how others perceive you. This is simultaneously terrifying and liberating. Think about it. Even if you said and did everything perfectly, which is impossible, people would still form their own opinions based on factors entirely outside your control. Their mood that day, their past experiences with people who remind them of you, their own insecurities. All these factors influence how they interpret your words and actions. Mel explains that trying to manage others' perceptions is like trying to control the weather, an exhausting, futile effort that drains your energy without changing the outcome. The freedom comes when you realize you can stop this impossible task. You can stop the mental gymnastics of, what will they think if I say this? How can I phrase this so they won't be upset? What if they misinterpret my intentions? As Mel says, you can finally put down the heavy burden of trying to control the uncontrollable. Pillar 3. Focus on your integrity, not their approval. The third pillar is shifting your focus from external validation to internal integrity. Rather than asking, what will make them approve of me? You begin asking, what aligns with my values and truth? This doesn't mean becoming inconsiderate or dismissive of others. Rather, it means making choices from a place of self-respect and authenticity instead of fear and people-pleasing. Mel emphasizes that when you live according to your values and speak your truth with kindness, you might still face disapproval, but you'll have the inner peace of knowing you acted with integrity. She suggests creating a personal integrity checklist with questions like, am I being honest with myself and others? Am I acting in alignment with my values? Will I respect myself for how I handled this situation? When you shift your focus to these questions, others' opinions naturally lose their power over you. As Mel puts it, when you're anchored in your own integrity, others' opinions become interesting data points rather than devastating verdicts. Applying the let them theory in real life. Understanding. The let them theory is one thing, but applying it in real-life situations is where the true transformation happens. Let's look at practical applications in different contexts. In social situations, before the let them theory, you might overthink what to wear to a gathering, rehearse what you'll say, analyze every interaction afterward for signs of judgment, change your opinions to match the group. After embracing the let them theory, you choose clothing that makes you feel comfortable and authentic. Express your genuine thoughts respectfully. Accept that some people may not connect with you, and that's okay. Leave social events feeling energized rather than drained. I used to leave parties exhausted from trying to be who I thought everyone wanted me to be. Now I show up as myself. Some people connect with me more deeply, others less so. But I'm no longer exhausted trying to be a chameleon. At work, before the let them theory, you might hold back ideas for fear of criticism. Take constructive feedback as personal rejection. Overwork to prove your worth. Let imposter syndrome limit your potential. After embracing the let them theory, you share ideas focused on their merit, not how they'll be received. View feedback as information about the work, not your value. Set healthy boundaries around your time and energy. Take on challenges based on growth, not external validation. Mel shares the example of a woman who was terrified of public speaking because she imagined everyone was judging her harshly. After applying the let them theory, she realized, let them think what they want. My job is to deliver valuable information, not to control their thoughts about me. Her presentations improved dramatically because her mental energy went into the content rather than managing perceptions. In close relationships, perhaps surprisingly, the let them theory is especially powerful in our closest relationships, with partners, family members, and friends. Before the let them theory, you might hide parts of yourself to maintain approval. Take responsibility for others' emotional reactions. Avoid difficult conversations to prevent conflict. Make decisions based on pleasing others. After embracing the let them theory, you show up authentically, allowing deeper connection. Recognize others' emotions belong to them. Have important conversations with respect and honesty. Make decisions aligned with mutual respect and personal integrity. Mel recalls working with a mother who was constantly trying to manage her adult children's opinions of her parenting. This led to exhaustion, resentment, and superficial relationships. When she applied the let them theory, she told her children, "I'm going to be honest with you, even when it's difficult, because I respect you too much to manage your feelings." Paradoxically, this led to much closer, more authentic relationships. Common misconceptions about the let them theory. As powerful as the let them theory is, it's often misunderstood. Let's address some common misconceptions. Misconception number 1. It's about being selfish. Some people worry that letting them think whatever they want means becoming self-centered or inconsiderate. But Mel emphasizes that the theory isn't about disregarding others. It's about releasing the impossible task of controlling their thoughts. You can still be kind, considerate, and responsive to others' needs while accepting you can't control their interpretations. Misconception number 2. It means not caring about feedback. Another misunderstanding is that the let them theory means dismissing all feedback. In reality, it's about discernment, learning to distinguish between constructive feedback that helps you grow, others' projections that tell you more about them than about you. The theory helps you receive feedback without your identity being threatened by it. Misconception number 3. It happens overnight. Perhaps the biggest misconception is that you can simply decide to apply the let them theory and instantly stop caring about others' opinions. Mel is clear that this is a practice, not a one-time decision. You'll still find yourself worrying about others' perceptions. That's normal. The difference is that now you have a tool to redirect your thinking when it happens. As Mel says, don't be surprised when you still care what others think. Just notice it, remind yourself, let them, and gently redirect your focus to your own integrity. The freedom of letting them. The true power of the let them theory lies in the freedom it creates in your life. When you genuinely embrace letting others think what they think, remarkable shifts occur. Mental freedom. The constant background noise of, "What are they thinking about me?" begins to quiet. Your mind reclaims bandwidth for creativity, presence, and joy. Emotional freedom. The emotional roller coaster of seeking approval and fearing rejection smooths out. You experience more stability and peace, regardless of external reactions. Behavioral freedom. You make choices based on your values rather than anticipated reactions. This leads to more authentic living and counterintuitively, often improves your relationships. Mel shares stories of people whose lives transformed through this approach. The artist who finally shared her work publicly after decades of hiding it. The executive who spoke up about ethical concerns despite potential disapproval. The parent who made unpopular but healthy boundaries with their children. For 40 years, I lived my life by committee, always checking what everyone else thought before I made a move. Applying the let them theory was like taking off a straitjacket I didn't even know I was wearing. I finally feel like I'm living my own life. Practical exercise. Starting your let them. Practice. If you'd like to begin applying the let them theory in your own life, Mel Robbins offers this simple but powerful practice. 1. Awareness. Start noticing when you're caught in the trap of managing others' perceptions. Common indicators include rehearsing conversations before they happen, replaying interactions afterwards, feeling anxious about potential judgment, changing your behavior to please others. 2. The 2-word reset. When you catch yourself in this pattern, Simply say to yourself, let them. This interrupts the spiral and reminds you of your freedom. 3. Redirect to integrity. Ask yourself, what would integrity look like in this situation? This shifts your focus from external validation to internal alignment. 4. Start small. Begin applying this to lower stakes situations before tackling your most triggering relationships or contexts. Mel suggests starting with a let them journal, where you record situations where you noticed yourself managing perceptions, how it felt to apply let them in that moment, what changed when you shifted to an integrity focus. Remember, this is a practice that builds over time. Be patient with yourself as you develop this new mental habit. Conclusion. The let them theory offers a radical but simple solution to one of our most universal human struggles. By accepting that you cannot control others' perceptions and focusing instead on living with integrity, you reclaim incredible mental and emotional freedom. As Mel Robbins says, other people are going to have opinions about you whether you like it or not. The only choice you have is whether you'll exhaust yourself trying to manage those opinions or free yourself by letting them think whatever they think. If you've been feeling trapped by others' judgments, people-pleasing tendencies, or social anxiety, I encourage you to experiment with this approach. Start small, be patient with yourself, and watch how your relationship with yourself and others transforms. I'd love to hear your experiences with the let them theory in the comments below. Has this concept resonated with you? Where do you find it most challenging to let them? If you found value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe for more content on transformative ideas that can change your life. Thank you for watching, and remember, your freedom begins when you decide to let them think whatever they think.